Hi guys, I am ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Workers and the Resources Soviet Republic. So in the last episode, we got the new all of these prisons up and running, the prison complex up and running, and it's not full, but it's getting there. It's getting there. At the moment, we are looking pretty good. We are addressing criminality, and people should be fairly happy with our performance here. I think, generally speaking, it should be okay. Do we have one prisoner escape this year? I'm hopeful that we won't have too much of that problems if we at least properly resource this, right? So I guess that's the plan. So a quick rundown on where we're standing with criminality, and whether our police stations are still overwhelmed to some degree. I think we will still see that in some of the other locations, but here, ooh, it's still pretty high, to be honest, the criminality. And then if we dig into our various police stations, well, actually, they seem to be getting stuff under control. Right, and we should have another police station over here, and we have another police station over there. So really, the police stations here have things under control. So I guess that is a good sign. Then if we head on over this way, I'm not actually sure where the police stations are. We will have to, well, if we look at criminality, it's looking pretty good over here. I mean, we don't really even go over 3% anywhere, right? Do we have a police? We don't have ambulances here? Hang on. Let's see if we have any in stock. See, this is where you constantly get bogged down into little things. Don't see anything here that is of interest, so I'll just have to buy. To be honest, we can't sit without ambulances in these facilities because they're not actually fulfilling what they should be doing. We are using these guys, right? I think so. So give me 3 of them at least, right? So at least we've got some of that going on. Yeah. This is a water treatment plant. This is a kindergarten. Well utilized. We should have a secret police station. All good. But then police stations more broadly should be here somewhere also, right? This is an accounting office. Cool. What is this? This is a medical university. All good. Where are my police stations at? Let's have a quick look. Police station. Police stations. Okay. A number of smaller police stations, right? So only one crime there. Only one crime here. Oh, here's a few more over here on this side, but still within the reason. There's nothing over there, and there's nothing over here, and we actually need a police vehicle. Not that variety, but in fact, no, and also none of this. We want a vehicle. Give me 2 of them at least, so at least we got that running. We've got a Satomic. No, that's not it. So if we come in here, let's have a look. This seems to be okay. Unexamined criminal cases this year, 7. Last year it didn't do any. All of the crimes went unexamined. Interesting. Over here, last year, but this year I think we're fine. There's a few running, but we'll get through them. A few running over here, and ooh, this is actually maybe a little bit more sticky. If we do this, where are you actively doing your thing? That is interesting. Okay. If we come on this side, oh, we're through. We're through it. This one has a few left. We've got a few left over here, and we're doing a couple over here. I think we're winning. Okay, I think we're winning. We're gonna leave it there. I think this will will get us across the line. Now, let us continue our journey down here in the new town. And I forgot to have a look at the names. Anyway, if you have a name suggestion, you've got another shot. Put it in the comments down below if we want to do that. Now, what is this guy doing, and why is it? It's not. Can we just move you back? Yeah, whatever. Get you to where you want to go. Okay, these are all under construction. Okay, so got a few things happening here. Okay, we'll not pause it while we do this. So we've got a few things happening over here. We've got our central train platform. We've got a container loading facility and a port and a, some vehicle storage space over here. We've got an extra bridge, a few roads actually, and we may want to have a little bit of a look at what we can do roads wise here. Now, one thing that I wondered, which we could maybe look at, is running a road through here, right? We don't have any pillars there, do we? It may be a matter that it's a little bit too high. I mean, if we do it on this side, yeah, no, it doesn't seem to want to work. Anyway, we're not going to be bothered by that. What we may want to, we will want to tie this back in, and I guess the reality of it is that we want to tie it in down here somewhere, right? So if we were to just do, say, something like this, give ourselves a little bit more room down here, right? Let's not do that. Let's get rid of that. And now the plan would be that we would want to do what exactly? I'm thinking we do right in, right out, right over here. So if we were to just do something like this, right? And then we'll bring it in, I guess like that. And then we'll tie it in like so. And then what we'll do is we'll bring it in down like this. So at least we're giving ourselves a little bit extra. And what we'll do as a last piece here. So this will basically say, so vehicles coming in this way can then go across the bridge over there. And similarly, I don't know if we need to do it on the other side too, right? I don't think so. I think if anything, maybe. If we were to do say something like that, and then we can tie it in like this, right? I don't know if this is really useful. I mean, we've got all of this space here, but what we'll do is we'll do something like this as a tie in there. It's a little tight to be doing something in this area, but I think that's okay. So let's just gonna add that to the mix. What we'll do is we'll add the right in, right out component here. So the plan would be to do, yeah, something like this, and similarly we'll do kind of something like that, right? So we've got a right in, right out popping in over here into that area there. So anyway, so at least you've got access. And then what I'm thinking we could also do is probably just extend this road connection. Right, we can kind of keep it in there. We will loop it in like this in parallel, really. And then actually, so what I want to do is if we grab, is there a road connection there? I don't think so, but what I wanted to do is I wanted to do something like this. And then what we'll do is we'll add a little bit more in there and we'll kind of tie it in like that, right? So that kind of gives us kind of a funky little look there, but it'll be okay. So there we go. So that gives us a few extra bits and pieces here. We might not do too much more of these kind of road connections, but what do we need in terms of infrastructure, right? Happiness is looking good. Health is looking good. Population's fine. Okay, so let's switch this off. What we do need to do is, right, we need, I don't think we really have sufficient capacity in kind of these networks, right, to really go much further. They are already coming from far away. So I guess, if anything, we need to start looking at our resilience here. So I think the spot would be good. Well, at least I think all of it can be here, right? So if we were to say do sewage treatment, right, and outflow and the likes, if we did a small sewage treatment, I think small is okay, right? This is so what is this? 220 and this is 80. Yeah, I think this is a small one. And if we look levels wise, oh sorry, not this one. Levels wise, what are we looking at? So I guess lower is better here, right? So if we were to do, I'm almost tempted to give ourselves a little bit more room here. Just a little bit, just a tad. Height from the center, we'll go with the lowest one here. Give ourselves a little bit more to go on there. Something like that, right? We just squeeze it in a little bit, a little tighter there. So if we did that, I think we'll have enough room here, and that shouldn't be, yeah, that's not even close to being an issue there. So the sewage treatment facility, the small one, I think the plan would be that we pop it in here. Right, that should be fine. And then we want to outflow. Right, can't build on the water's edge. You can, I think we just had it. There we go. We have it there. So the question is, can we have it here? We can. Can we get it to line up? We can. We can get it to line up properly like this. I think this is pretty good, actually. So we'll do that, right? And what we'll do is we'll try and get... it doesn't want to do... Oh, it'll work. It'll work. So if we could get something like... Find it. There we go. There we go. So if we did something like this, and we tied it in over here, and we tie that one in over there, and we get all those in place, and at the same time we may as well just quickly see that we can tie in these pipes. They should be fine. I think level wise they should really be fine. If we go underground, we'll see that, and so that's good. Perfect. So we've got that tied in. So now we've got a sewage treatment facility here. We will need to run... I'm not sure how we're going to run this, to be very honest with you. Well, we'll find our routing. So that's sewage treatment there. And now the question from where are we actually getting our water from? And I guess that really doesn't matter too much. And I was kind of wondering whether we do it in the kind of the same location. Will it be really awkward if we do it in the same location? Is this going to be... Actually, let's have a quick look, right? If we go to another sewage treatment facility, one that's actively underway, right? So we've got a sewage treatment plant over here, right? What I wanted to see, right, is if we were to do a small water well, what is the quality that we're getting here? 89. Next to it over here, 90. And 83. Oh, but that's not due to this, right? Okay, so that's one. Oh, look at these ships passing by each other. Cool. Now, we also have sewage treatment all the way out here, right? So if we did it in this location, that's 85. But also, we need to bear in mind. So if we're just a little bit away from it, it gets to 90, right? So anyway, that's fine. So actually, what we're after here is not necessarily the water wells themselves, but the water treatment facility. So if we go and grab water treatment, similarly, we can go with small, right? That gives us 120. What was this giving us? This was giving us, 80 per day. And then this water treatment here gives us 120. So yeah, we can't really go much higher than that. Just from a sewage treatment perspective, a small water treatment plant. Wow, this is a massive one. Advanced water treatment. What does it actually use? Doesn't seem to use anything. This is a water treatment plant small. 8. Tiny potable water treatment, 300. 120. I think the 120 is what we're after, right? 120 is probably about right. So we'll just go with the vanilla variety here. Okay. And I guess my planning will be that we do it something like, I think something like this over here is probably about right. So plan it out over there. Then what we can do is we can get the stuff out here. So what we'll do is we'll get some small water treatment, small wells, right? The ones that don't need anybody to actually work there is what I'm after. Yeah, so these are pretty good. So what do we need here? We need 70. So we basically need like 2 of them. Right? So 2 of them will be completely fine. So we'll run a little bit of a connection out this way. So my plan would be we don't actively need to do crazy things here. So if we did that, right, and we did 2 of these small wells. We'll tie it in like this, and we'll bring it in like so. Yes, okay. And then what we need to do is add ourselves a bit of a reservoir, all these kind of things, right? So we'll just do a water tower. 300, 500, 500. And then we've got 5,000. I'm not going to do the big one, but maybe the 500 variety is about right. And what we'll do is we'll stock it up in here. And then similarly, we'll do another varietal. Actually, this time we might do the actual tower. Right? So if we do the actual tower up here, I think I like the idea of it, right? So if we did something like that, right? We've got the actual tower in place. Oh, hang on. Just delete that one. Get the new tower going. We are not pausing the game, yeah. I'll move it a little bit further away, right? Like so. So we can actually squeeze in the pump stations and the things. Because we have learned our lesson quite a few times now with regards to this pump station thing. So if we just continue to grab the road network off of there, we'll do it in here. We can probably get a waste facility. So let's do that. We'll get ourselves one of these waste pickup spots. I think this should be okay. So the plan is we'll bring it in a little tighter over here, yeah, and we'll add the extra road so we at least can get our waste pickup done appropriately here. We will kind of tie that one in like so, and we'll do a tie in over here, so at least we've got all of those in play. So that should be okay. Now we do need a couple of pumps, so we'll get ourselves small water pumps. I think these are going to be just fine. So we'll flip it around, and we'll do like one over here. I didn't see what that was, the message. I'm assuming it's reasonable. Okay. And we'll do the other one like right over there. We will go ahead and tie these together like so and like so. And then we'll need to do some piping. Grab ourselves the big pipes. We'll do one in there and into there. We'll do one in here and into there. Okay, so we've got some piping going on. And then what I'm thinking is we do need to do some other pump stations here. So what we'll do is we will... How much do we know how much this thing will pump or not? I don't think it's something that it's going to show us. So did we want the resilience from this thing or not really? I think we'll be okay. I mean, we could always add a second one. So if anything, maybe 2 of these instead of the 1. I mean, it's the same thing really. Water pump, small. Anyway, I think we'll just go with this, right? And what we'll do is we'll flip it around again. So actually, flip it. There we go. So we'll do something like this, whereby we put it nice and tight here. And we'll flip it again, and we'll flip it. Oh, we have a look. Yeah, that's the one. So we'll do something like this. Fine. We'll need to tie them together, like so. And then tie that one. Let's just do this. And do that. Fine. That should work. And finally, we'll do something like that, right? So we'll get all of that started. We'll get some pipes going. So grab me the big pipes. We'll tie one in like this. Let's see. And we'll tie one in like that. So that should be all good. And then from here, we want to make sure we're going out over here. We'll do this. We'll run them kind of together and we'll, oops, don't do that. And we'll tie them in like so. So that's fine. And then over here, we need another pump station. This time around, I might, no. We'll fill this one up with more the smaller variety again. So we'll do exactly the same thing here. We'll do that and we'll flip it around. We didn't want to do that. We'll flip it around. We'll do this. Interesting that we're okay. Fine, that's okay. It's an interesting setup. That what we'll do is we'll tie this one in. Come on, tie it in over there. Oops, keep it going, and we'll tie this one in like so, and we'll tie that one in like so. Really, and we'll start there. We'll go upstairs, and we will get our last bit of walking paths in place here. So we'll do all of that, right? So now we've got some paths going on here. So that's our kind of our water infrastructure. We do need to have a look at, before we go too far away. So what we'll also want to do is we'll have even more pump stations. This time around, probably allocated something like this, and we'll run it down here. And then similarly, I was thinking we do the same thing for our water switches. I mean, these what do they call them? Is it switch? The sewage switch. Fine. I think that the plan was we'll do a few of these. Now, what we will need to have a bit of a look at is what our levels are like. Can we just zoom in here? So I'll have to have a quick look at our levels here. So if we should be okay by adding this one here. Can I just double check what our levels are with this tool, the measuring tool? So 1.8, 2.6, and then we're slowly going up this way. So that is going to be all good for us, right? So we'll do one there. We'll do one here. And then I guess we wanted to start running through here. So this was 3.26. This is 3.7. Actually, we'll do kind of something like this. And actually, we need to try and squeeze it in. Okay. So that's 3.69 in this area. Okay, so we need to go a little bit lower than 3.69. Oh, this is going lower. This is going lower. This is going lower. Okay, so we are in a little bit of trouble here. So if we were to just get rid of this guy, and what we're looking for is something that's going to be, yes, a little bit lower. There we go. So I guess that is about right for us, right? Will that be, I think that will give us reasonable spread through here, so we don't have to worry too much about that. Now the plan with this is, can I stop having issues with this train? I'm almost at a point where I'm just like, can we just pay for another slither here, right? So these guys can stop doing this thing. Anyway, keep going. What we wanted to do is we wanted to just quickly finish off this piping here. Okay, so if we said one ties in like that, and we would like it really tight, yeah, that's fine. And the next one ties in like this. Come on. There we go. That is actually pretty good. We'll tie this one in like so. And that one in like so. Are we getting... Ah, no, that's a missed opportunities. Doesn't want to really work. So yeah, there we go. We tied it over there. And then we'll continue this journey. Yeah, that's pretty good. I don't mind that. And we'll tie that one in there. So I guess that's a pretty reasonable spot to be in. And we'll do a little bit of that. And a little bit of this. There we go. So I guess that gives us at least something to go on from that perspective. What we'll also do is we'll run in the other direction. So this one is a little bit in the way, but everything else should be okay. And then we'll run in the other direction. We'll continue to run some water switches, right? Water switch, water pump, water substation, water. Oh, we wanted these guys, right? I think that's fine. Yeah, that's going to be okay. So what we'll do is we'll add a few of them along the way. We'll do one there. I guess we'll try and do one here. Maybe we'll do one over there. Maybe we'll add one like this. And that should give us, I mean, that should give us a reasonable tie-in options there. Now, what we'll do is we'll also quickly safeguard this for a few things. So let's do that one there. And then we'll just run these ones up here. Yeah, that's fine. That is going to be just fine. What is happening here? Are you restricted? Oh, I see. No. I was just messing around, really. Can we tighten that up a little bit, and we will extend it on to the last one there. So let's do that. So all of that is now potentially constructible. I guess that puts us with a lot of stuff in play. Let us quickly then tie in a bunch of these little paths so the actual construction can make a start. To be honest, I think we need the road network in there first before we go any further. So that gives us that, and we've got power down here already. Did we bring in power any further than that, or is that the end of our power? This is the end, but I think, I mean, this can still extend to the next spot, so that's all good. This is all under construction and underway, so that's all workable too. Okay, so that gives us the starting point here. Now, what I want to do is set up a quick central area for our town. So we start off with a shopping center, right? That is the most critical thing to make sure that we're giving everybody kind of what they need. So facilities for citizens. Okay, so here we go. So we want a small shopping center. What is this? A Consum Pagoda, small store, gas station store. Anyway, that's fine. We don't need any of that. What we do need to do potentially is get a shopping center. I don't like this one because it's only got the one thing. But we could use it, to be honest. We can use it, and this is size-wise. Actually, no, forget about that. Let's go with something smaller, like small shopping centers. We can do both of these, right? Yeah. So we'll do one kind of situated, maybe something like this. So fairly central over there. And then what we'll do is we'll do the other one, kind of the small shopping center, maybe. Oh, is that the same thing? No, I think this is different. And we'll do the other one, maybe something like this. And I think between the two of them, they should be fine. How many people can they actually serve? 180 and 150. We may also have to add another one a little bit more this way then, I think. Yeah, I think if we do one more kind of over here somewhere, it should be fine. Okay, so we'll do something like that. Then, of course, what we need to do is we need some area where we can store some stuff. So we need there was a modded version that included everything we needed. And I thought that's actually a pretty good one. So the extended, no, none of that. The small warehouse, the large warehouse. Can't remember which one particularly it was. I think I think I found it. It's this one, the warehouse, right? It includes meat and everything else. So if we are running with this, I think something like that is going to be all good. Do we know how many parking spots this thing has? 2. I think that's going to be fine. We don't need any other facilities here. So what we'll do is we'll add one here also, and we'll add one kind of, if we were to just flip it around, right? We'll do this. Yeah, I think this is going to be, there we go. So I guess that's pretty good, right? So now all of those are in place, and that's going to be our shopping centers. We want, centrally, we want something like a university of sorts. So if we were to just go back to citizens things, I think either I do like this technical university, but the smaller ones is, yeah. So something like this one. We don't have the Lenin one, right? We don't have Lenin Technical University anywhere, and I guess technical makes sense for the spot we're in. So what I'm thinking is it is, I just want to see which side. Yeah, so if we do it in this spot here, it's actually pretty good from the rail angle as well. So we'll do that one there. So that'll be the university. In addition, we'll need a hospital, crime and justice. Well, let's actually start off with the police station. I think maybe just the standard large police station might be a good idea. And I think, I mean, we don't want to take up all the central area. I think this is actually a pretty good spot there. So that'll be the police station, and now we need a hospital as well. So if we wanted to grab a reasonable size hospital, this thing feels like way too huge for this area. But we want a large hospital though. 450 is a bit much, right? But maybe something like 100 is about the right number for us. 75 seems to be 90. This seems okay. The 90, ooh, that's going to be too big and sprawling. 150. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe that's too big too. So let's go with the 90 variety. Or 75. 75 can also work, right? Even the 60. So if we did something like this, right, we can have the hospital and everything next to each other. And that is pretty central, to be honest. Okay, so we'll have the hospital and the police station. We need fire stations as well. And maybe from a fire station perspective, we need more than one. especially considering what we're trying to achieve here. So this is absolute disaster, right? So what I'm doing now, let's just add. It just does not want to do anything. So what I'm going to do, hang on. Give me this thing. Let's just do that. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pay for this, right? Just get all of that stuff done. And then once that's done, I'll just delete those. And then hopefully we can get these underway again and the rest of that can be built. Let's just grab the other guys and see how that's going. Everything seems eerily okay at the moment. What are you building? There are actually a few that's underway. So anyway, we just want to continue this journey here. So please move one out that way and one out this way, and they can kind of do their thing. Okay, we need a school, and what else do we need? So okay, so school. Okay, again with the schools, it's one of those things where the smaller varietal I kind of like a little bit better. So anyway, let's maybe do. So we've got the school, the university. This is a nice little internals like civic plot here. So we'll do maybe something like that. And then we will need to spread out a number. Maybe we're actually doing a bit of a school cluster. Maybe we'll try something slightly different, right? So we'll maybe do one of the other varietals. 540 is just way too big, but I kind of like the vanilla ones here, right? Maybe we'll just do a smaller one kind of in this area here, right? So we'll do something like this, right? We'll do at a bit of an angle there, and then the kindergarten, we want to be doing similarly sized, right? So we'll do, say, something like this. So we've got a school and a kindergarten over there. And then what we'll do is we'll do a slightly larger kindergarten where? In there, next to this, down the route here. I think down the route here is probably about right. I'm going to kind of expand this to be a bit of a larger park as well, maybe some sports facilities. And then I'm thinking maybe another smaller variety. Maybe maybe in that corner right over there. Nice, I like that. Okay, so that's feeding into it pretty nicely. Fire stations, yeah, we were working on fire stations, and there's some very nice little modded fire stations I like. Some of them are huge, some of them are a little smaller. Oh, they're all pretty similar. Let's just do some of these ones. So if we do this fire station, my thinking is we can do this fire station over here. The plan would, however, we would want people to be able to walk here. So what I'm thinking is if we do this, then we can also do, let's not do it on, let's try and push it a little closer instead. So if we go back, try that one more time. Grab ourselves the fire station, which is going to be this one. We'll push it back this way instead, right? Okay, and then what we want to do is we want to make sure we add a helicopter. Yeah, so just the one I think is going to be fine. Set it back a little bit like this. So that should be fairly okay. So then what we'll do is we'll run this path down. Something like that. Something like this. Something like this. Okay, and we'll do that. So there we go. So one fire station there. And I'm thinking maybe we do another one up on this side of things. So grab me one more fire station. but a smaller variety, really. We want maybe something like this, a smaller one to kind of be taking effect. Maybe not waterfront, but yeah, potentially even something like this could work. That's okay. We'll do something like that, right? So we've got a fire station over there. So fire stations, schools, kindergartens, hospitals, police stations. Just the one police station at the moment. Maybe what we'll do is we'll add an extra one for good measure. We do want to make sure we don't fall into the same trap. So if we pop in here, grab ourselves a police station, a small one. Two vehicles, three vehicles, four vehicles, four vehicles. Yeah, I like this. This is not bad. So we'll do a police station over here. Yeah, I think that's going to be fine. So got police stations, fire stations, schools, and a university. So that's all in all pretty good. The next thing we need to do, and I think I'm going to close it out there. I know we haven't built any of this yet, but at least that's the planning done, and then we can just slot in some other stuff in here. So the other things we need to do is get a look at entertainment, so we can slot in the residential buildings. So from an entertainment perspective, what are we doing? So if we go here, back here, we want culture. Culture wise, what are we after? We'll do one of these houses of culture. I think co-locating here with the university is not a bad idea. So we'll do one house of culture. We'll do an art gallery. Maybe where? Maybe like this. So we'll do some statues and stuff next to it. So we've got the art gallery there. Maybe we do a Museum of the Republic or a Republic Theater or a concert hall or a... So that's a little bit too big. That's a little... that's not too bad. Especially if we're maybe going to do it as like something like this, right? A little bit of a feature. It could even be a bit of a feature back at the end here. I actually don't mind that all that much. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll extend that one in like so. And then we'll bring this one straight across and we'll kind of do something like this. And we'll run it like so. And we'll run it like so. And we'll tie it in over there, right? So that gives us a bit more of a routing area here. Okay, so I guess that gives us at least a little bit more cultural entertainment over here on this side. So that's the concert hall itself. Whether we needed any of the other items, I'm not too sure. But what we do very much need is maybe something like, so the beach, for instance. I guess the beach is more suited to kind of this side of things. Or something over here, maybe, or something over here, maybe. I guess I like the idea of having it here, but then what we'll need to do is I'll just need to potentially just kind of straighten this out a little bit. Okay, so I guess that should maybe do the trick. So if we go back, do the beach. Yeah, okay, fine. So the beach would work like so. Got a traffic jam. I think that's okay. Let's quickly have a look. That could be dangerous. Oh, okay, yeah, that's not too bad. You can go ahead, do your thing. Similarly, I guess you can do your thing as well. That's okay. Then the rest should work fine, no problems. Okay, let's just finish this off. I need a few more bits and pieces like the sports side of things. a little bit more of the sports side of things. So let's go back into these facility sports. So what is this? Oh, that's a swimming pool. That's a swimming pool too, but I'd rather maybe do... This is an outdoor. I mean, we could do this vanilla outdoor swimming pool somewhere. Right. We don't want to get too crazy. Maybe let's go back. Let's instead do some indoor venues. This one? Yeah, let's just do some of these gyms, right? So this is a pretty nice little gym. Can have a number of visitors there. So if we wanted to maybe co-locate, yeah, let's do one gym there. The sports hall seems a little large. What else do we have? Another Ukrainian option, the Palace of Sports Dynamo. Feels a little larger. Do we try and squeeze it in here? I do always wonder what our best locations are for some of these things. I don't mind it here, to be honest. So let's do that. We'll get one of them over there. Is there anything else we wanted to grab while we're at it? Don't think we want any of these. Maybe one more of these kind of facilities. A bowling alley, a school gym. Let's do a bowling alley. So that... I guess something like this will be okay. We'll add the bowling alley as part of this whole little complex here, and that should give us at least a reasonable starting point. Okay, so that's a good little spread of facilities throughout this area. So again, if you've got some naming suggestions, please do leave them in the comments. I'm going to leave this episode here. If you've enjoyed it, hit that like button. It'll take us some time to get this all built. I think this kind of gives us the primary planning idea. Now there needs to be a lot of additional residential components that goes in here. There's a lot of room to do that. So we'll definitely have a look at seeing how we go about that. This is all coming along slowly, but coming along nonetheless. This is, oh yeah, there we go. Lots of these guys being built, ready to do their thing. We could export them, what have you. Anything else really. If we pop in here quickly, we've managed to clear the queue. So criminality here, I think, should be starting to drop down. If we look at the police station in this area, this is holding, but maybe we need one more small police station somewhere over here, right? I'm just thinking, let's quickly add one small police station. That's a little large. That's not too bad. This is a kindergarten, right? Is there any... I don't think they've got smaller police stations than this. Maybe, I guess maybe what we do is we sneak one in on the other side. There should be... We should be able to get people to work this site. We'll need them to cross it, right? So I guess maybe this spot here is slightly more appropriate. So let's get the police station up there. I might have a quick look here. So if we do that, we'll go ahead and pay for this one. We want to be able to connect these guys across. So we'll need to do maybe something like this. Do we really not have an option of getting across here? Really? We do this and we do... They really don't want to do it, huh? So that seems to be a little bit more workable, actually. I just want to... Come on, can we please... We do need... There's no one that can work it from this side, right? So if we can't cross it, there's no point, right? Really, there's no point. So let's just try this one more time. Just clear that one out. Okay, try a little bit more. Can we really not get it through here? I mean, it should really be able to do its thing, right? Seems a little awkward. I mean, at the very least, we should be able to cross here, right? Yeah, it's a little tight. So the thinking was if we can cross it over here, and even that doesn't want to work. Okay, so we'll have to build something a little bit more aggressive here. So let's have a quick look. If we did say this, even this is gonna cause me a hell of a problem. Oh, I guess that will work. Now, if we do this, oh yeah, what we'll do is we will spin it around this way. And get it really close like that. So if we did that, and then we tied this one in there and that one in there, right? And so let's just pay for this. We will get out of there. We'll pay for that. Pay for this. We'll pay for this. So this should work straight away. This is not going to be sufficient. We will buy a couple of police cars, and that's it, right? That's going to have to be the end of the episode. So we'll grab a couple of these police cars. Staff is making their way over here. This should have everything it needs. The only thing it doesn't have is, of course, a bit of a collection area. So we could do something like this for it. Yeah, that's okay. We will go ahead, do that. We'll get this underway, and this one needs a couple of biological waste there, and then it should work all good. So now this should be able to pick up on some additional crime items here for us as well. Okay, that should be good. And let's fly over here. I want to have a quick look at our numbers. 150, 150, 150. So at least we're not over capacity at the moment. So maybe we are holding on to a reasonable number here. This is starting to look okay. I'm hoping criminality is starting to drop. It looks okay. If we go back into criminality one more time, and then we'll end the episode. Criminality. We still have a couple of fives. That's okay. If we move on over here where we really had the problem, this is looking reasonable. Few fives, 1-7 over there, but I guess it's also starting to look like it's dropping. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, please hit that like button. We have gone and built out or planned out this town. So added a lot more to it, and there's still plenty for us to do, but at least the basic facilities are now available. So if you, well, not available, but planned out and ready to go as we start our construction. So again, if you have some suggestions, please leave them in the comments, including some name suggestions. That would be appreciated. I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.